Hi there, this is Ranjit, and in this video we'll be doing the camera review with this OnePlus 2. And this OnePlus 2 has an improved camera. The front facing camera is a 5 megapixel shooter, but the rear facing camera, though it's still having a 13 megapixel sensor, but OnePlus team has really improved it, and now we have laser autofocusing system, and even the sensor used is different, and it also has optical image stabilization and dual tone flash. I've taken a lot of sample pictures and even videos with both the front facing camera as well as the rear facing camera, but before I show you all those sample shots, let me quickly show you the camera interface. Again, it's using the almost stock Google camera app, and if you look at it, it looks really Spartan. We don't have a lot of options. We do have this tap to focus, and you can click the shot, and you can also adjust the exposure, as you can see, like this, lower or increase the exposure using this ring. So that works, and the focusing is fast thanks to that laser autofocus system. And let me show you. And if you move here, we move between the modes. This is the photo mode, and if you go towards the settings, as I mentioned, we don't have a lot of options in photo resolution. Again, as you can see, if you take it to the highest resolution, it goes down to 12 megapixel, that's 4:3. But if you want to take in 16:9, it goes all the way down to 7.9 megapixel. And there's also third option, that is 1:1, that's at 9.3 megapixel. And we have the option to switch on the shutter sound grid, etc. So very basic options, I would say. And if you go to the video mode, fortunately we do have 4K video, as you can see, 4K 1080p and 720p. I've also taken samples at 4K, so I'll show you that. And again, we also have the panorama mode, so that is there. Let me just switch back, and we also do get the slow motion option. Oops. But again, I have to say the camera options are very basic, and again, if you are looking for advanced options, you will be disappointed. In fact, we don't even have any manual options. Yes, we do have a timer like this, 3 seconds, 5 and 10. This also works with the front facing, so you can just wait and it count down and it takes the picture. I felt this was good with the front facing camera. This is the front facing camera, and I will actually show you sample shots with both the front facing and the rear facing camera now, so that you can judge the performance. These were shot with the rear-facing camera of the OnePlus 2, and it was a cloudy day. And as you can see from the sample shots in outdoor lighting conditions, the OnePlus 2 camera does a very good job, and also in terms of focusing, the focusing was fast. And for the most part, the pictures are very sharp, and they also have that slight depth of field. Also in terms of color accuracy, it was decent, I would say, for the most part. But sometimes the color accuracy completely goes for a toss. For example, this is the first shot, and just after 2 seconds, this is the second shot, and the colors are totally off. This was a sample 4K video recording that I shot outdoors. It was a cloudy day, but enough lighting. But one thing I did notice is that in terms of focusing, on 4K video particularly, the focusing was hunting quite a bit, as you can see from the footage. This is a sample 4K recording, and I'm just going to walk and see how's the optical image stabilization in 4K recording. And we have the tap to focus, so let's again just go back to this flower, and it's in pink color. Yes, we have that tap to focus, so you can tap. I'm just going to tap again. Another thing that I have noticed is that in video, particularly in 4K, you have to be careful because the exposure changes quite a bit, as you can see from this sample 4K footage. Just recording this video to see the optical image stabilization. This is in 1080p, and I'm just walking, and I'll do the same thing with 4K video recording now. Now this sample video is in 4K, and I'm doing exactly the same thing. I'm just walking normally, and you be a judge. What do you feel about the optical image stabilization under 4K video recording? These were shot in semi-indoor conditions and in difficult lighting conditions. And I would say here also the OnePlus 2 camera did a lot better job thanks to that optical image stabilization and the laser auto focusing system if we compare it with the OnePlus 1. But even with OIS, some shots were a little bit shaky, so you have to be careful. But in artificial office lighting conditions, I would say the pictures come out to be really good, as you can see some shots. And this was a difficult shot, and this also came out really good. And these are also some sample shots that I took in Delhi. These were in very low lighting conditions, and here also it did a very good job in my opinion. Now these were shot in completely artificial lighting in my office, and here also I have to say the OnePlus 2 did a very good job in completely artificial lighting. Yes, there is a little bit of noise, but overall I would say it did a very good job, and even the flash was not that aggressive even in artificial lighting. Now if we move to the front facing 5 megapixel camera, here also I feel it does a very good job in outdoor lighting conditions and even in semi-indoor conditions, as you can see from the sample shots, it does a good job. You might say this picture is bad, but the lighting was so low, I'm surprised that the picture came out so good. Yes, there is noise, but I feel the front facing camera does a good job. Recording this part of the footage with the front facing camera of this OnePlus 2, and as you can see this is in outdoor conditions, so this should give you an idea how would be the video recording if you use the front facing camera in outdoor conditions. And I'm just going to pan around, and the audio is also being recorded by the internal microphone of the OnePlus 2. So I'm just going to pan around to see how it handles abrupt exposure, because many of the smartphones front facing camera have a problem when we move around and the lighting changes drastically. So looks like it's doing a decent job, but you be a judge and let me know what do you feel about the camera performance of this OnePlus 2's front facing camera. Recording this sample footage with the front facing camera of this OnePlus 2, and this is in completely artificial lighting in my office. I have just one tube light switched on. Let me switch on one more light, and as you can see this is with one more light, but I do feel even with just a single light right now the performance is pretty good. You guys do let me know what do you feel about the front facing camera's video recording in artificial lighting. So what do I feel about the camera performance with this OnePlus 2? As you have seen from the sample shots, the camera is a huge improvement over the OnePlus 1, especially in indoor lighting conditions and in artificial lighting. Thanks to that optical image stabilization and the laser autofocus system, it does a lot better compared to the OnePlus 1. And even in indoor lighting conditions, I would say the shots that I took were good. But again, still, even with the OIS, you have to be careful because some of those shots came out to be shaky. And when we talk about the video also, the video was also good, I would say, and even the 4K video was decent. But with 4K video I did encounter some focusing issues that we have seen. I hope that can be solved with the software update. Now if we move to the front facing camera, it's a 5 megapixel shooter, and in terms of selfie shots, the shots come out to be good. Even in artificial lighting it does a decent job. But when we move to video, it's sad to see that the video as of now is just restricted to 720p, and also in terms of video, the video quality was not that great. For example, the flagships these days, the front facing camera do offer a lot better video quality, and even some flagships like the S6 do offer 2K video recording with the front facing camera. So it's sad to see that we are having video recording only up to 720p. I hope they can fix that in with the OTA update. So overall I would say the camera performance is really good. The rear facing camera has improved a lot, and the front facing camera also has improved. But in terms of video, I would say the front facing camera was a little bit lacking. And now if we start comparing the camera performance with other flagships, I would say the camera on this OnePlus 2 is certainly good, but it's not a flagship. For example, the LG G4 and the Samsung Galaxy S6 have a far better camera. I'll also be posting my full in-depth review with this OnePlus 2 very soon, so stay tuned to my channel. Thanks for watching. This is Ranjit, and I hope to see you in my next video.